Woman from Texas is recognized for 2 minutes.
Speaker, I thank the distinguished gentleman from Virginia for his kindness. This has to pass today if we have any sense of fairness, not only to women but to our children. The Pregnant Workers Fairness Act would establish that private sector employers with more than 15 employees and public sector employers must make reasonable accommodation for pregnant employees, job applicants, and individuals with known limitations related to pregnancy, childbirth, or related medical conditions. Pregnant workers and individuals with known limitations related to pregnancy, childbirth, or related medical conditions cannot be denied employment. The Supreme Court decision just recently in 2015 that allowed pregnant workers to bring reasonable accommodation discrimination claims is not enough, because pregnant workers are still being denied accommodations because the Young decision set an unreasonably high standard for proving discrimination. All of our employers, this is not discrimination. I've never seen in a religious organization that wants to deny anyone any opportunity. This is a fair assessment. I know it personally because I was denied a job because I was pregnant and not pregnant but nursing. A job was taken away from me. When I was pregnant and was about to give birth, there was no definition of pregnancy leave for my position. At that time, I was a lawyer practicing law in a large firm, and it was at best 2 weeks and get back. So I understand that this is essential for those workers in conditions and accommodations and working conditions where they do not have the power to be protected, that they're doing heavy lifting, that they have physically demanding jobs, that they're the sole provider of their family. This is important, and Black and Latino women particularly suffer. Minority women particularly a burden. 3 in 10 pregnant workers are employed in 4 of the occupations that make up the backbone of our communities. We must have this bill. So I ask my colleagues to support this legislation. I want to offer into the record, Mr. Speaker, a letter from the disabled community, mental health community, United Spinal Association, and others. I'd ask unanimous consent to submit this into the record.
Without objection.
And I ask to submit into record a letter representing organizations from Black Mamas to March of Dimes, 1,000 Days, Academy of Nutrition. Ask unanimous consent.
Without objection.
Ask unanimous consent to submit into the record a letter from the YWCA dealing with 200 local organizations in 45 states.
Without objection.
Women are in the workplace. They are the backbone of this economy. We need to pass this legislation and pass it now. I thank Mr. Scott and Mr. Nadler for their leadership. I yield back.
Gentlewoman's time has expired. The gentleman from Virginia reserves. The gentlewoman from North Carolina is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield 1 minute to the gentleman from Virginia, Mr. Good.
Gentleman from Virginia is recognized for 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you, Madam Ranking Member Fox. You know, it may